this morning's half-hour class, which is bar core. So we're going to be working our abs and our glutes. It is quite glute heavy today. Remember, we are in our power and strength season. So if you can, you're going to use a resistance band for some of the exercises. And we also need a ball as an optional extra for some of the glutes as well. So you definitely need something to hold during the ab section. So if it's not a ball, just something, maybe a very small cushion or a towel wrapped up in a circle that you can just pass around. Not pass around the group, just pass around your body. So just a band and a ball, those are what you need. And then you're going to come down onto the mat because today's bar core is all mat based. So just coming onto your knees to start, and then all I want you to do is just take your hands so they're resting on your thighs, and then you're just going to drop your chin to your chest and then look up towards the sky. So just a gentle tucking of the chin and then looking up, easing into the neck, seeing how it feels this morning. And then pausing in the middle, drawing the shoulders up around the ears, then down and away. So just rotating through the shoulders, nice big circles in one direction. And then changing the direction and going the other way. Good. And then I just want you to circle at the wrists, because we're going to do a bit of work down on our wrists, so we want to have them nice and warm. A few circles round, and then the other way, just circling through. Seeing how that feels. And then from there, bringing yourself down so that you're on all fours, spreading your fingertips wide. You're going to drop your tummy, look up towards the sky, with easing into the spine, and then arch your back and away. So just come through a few of these, dropping the tummy, arching the back, just seeing how it all feels. And then from there, just settle in kind of halfway between the two in a neutral position. Leave one hand down and take the other arm up, and then just sweep it under your body. So just a few open and closes of the shoulders. You can follow the journey of the hand with your eyes if your neck feels comfortable doing so. And then take that hand down, other side, so stretch and opening and then dropping underneath. It's just rotating sideways through the body. And then bringing that hand back down. From there, you're going to take your right leg and you're just going to lift it up, take it straight, and then just tap and lift it a few times. Oh, I've got a tree that I'm kicking. Tap and lift, pointing off the toes, so just warming through the glutes. Check that you're not arching your back. Draw your tummy up to protect that lower back. Hold it there, and then just bend and stretch the leg a few times. Warming up through the quads, the hamstrings. And then from there, lower that knee back down. Coming over onto the other side, taking the left leg straight, and then just lift and tap. So just checking the form of the spine, checking that we're not massively overarching, that we're drawing up and it's just a small lift and tap of the leg. Warming through the glutes. Hold this one up in the air and then just bend and straightening. So that nice 90-degree behind the knee when you're at the top. The toes pointing up towards the sky. Down and down. Good. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Lower that knee. And then you're going to take your right arm out up in front of you. Then take out your left leg and balancing, drawing underneath, bringing the elbow to knee. Then taking it long, drawing underneath. So just hold if it's too much to do the under the tummy meet. And long. Then bring the hands down. Other side. Lift the left leg, right leg, left arm, and then meet underneath. Go long. This side's way wobblier. Down and long. Down and long. Bring it down. Sit back towards your heels. Roll those shoulders backwards. Big circles up around the ears. And then sweeping the arms in big circles. and then change direction, circling up in front, and then give everything a little shake. Okay, you're going to take hold of your ball and you're going to come over and onto your side to start. So elbow is stacked up above the, down below the shoulder. Shoulder is stacked up. So make sure this elbow is not leaning out in front. You're drawing it right in. You're lifting up away from the mat using your oblique. So if you normally hold your head straight away, try and start in this position just because it's the power month. We want to just try and up it a little. If it gets too much though, you have the option to rest your head in your arms. If it's the neck that goes, because often it is rather than the shoulder, just turn your head to look down. See if you can hold on for a few more reps like that. So you, oh God, I've lost my ball already. Take your ball, squeeze it behind the top knee, and then your heels, hips and shoulders are all in a nice line, and your top arm is just pressing down for a bit of extra support. And then we're going to lift and lower. So you're squeezing to hold the ball in place, toes are pointed, lifting and lowering up to the sky. So coming to the maximum of your range. As soon as you start feeling the body moving or lifting upwards like I demonstrated, you've gone too far. So just come up to where you can, then lower back down, squeezing that knee. 6, 5, keep going. 4, 3, 2, hold this one up in the air. From there, you're going to take that knee and you're going to draw it up towards the elbow, then take it round behind. So you're working from the abs and then the glutes, but try and keep the rest of the body completely still. Draw it forward, take it back. Working across the same lateral plane all the time. Draw it forward, take it back. Draw it forward, take it back, and forward, and back, and forward. Squeezing that ball, holding it in place. Keep going. 4, back, all the way back. 3, back. 2, all the way back. And 1, all the way back. Then come back so the legs are stacked. Take your knees together and turn that toe up to the sky. Then bring the toes together, knee to the sky. Holding the ball in place, tapping, knees and toes. Remember what I said about that neck. If you feel that neck beginning to resist, turn the head to look down. Knees, toes, knees, toes, knees, toes. 4, toes, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees back together. Leave that toe up towards the sky. I'm going to come onto my hand for now. So this bit, what I want you to do is slide your top knee onto the floor in front of you, then lift it up behind on a diagonal. Onto the floor in front, up on a diagonal. Floor in front, so really maximum range. Trying to get all the way down to the floor and lifting that leg, opening that hip. Don't let the top part of the body move. Press into the hands for a bit of extra support. Drop and lift, still squeezing that ball. Don't let the bottom leg roll up. Drop and lift, drop and lift. Okay, hold this one up and behind. Then you're just going to lower it down as close to the floor as you can get it, then lift it. So it's a behind clam, down and lift, down and lift, down and lift. So it's behind that bottom leg. Oh, glutes should be quite ouchy by now. 4, 3, 2, hold this one up in the air. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, lower it down. Just give that glute a little rub. Ouch. Then rolling over, and you're going to lie on that side that you just worked. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So setting up, taking the ball behind the knee, lifting up and away, checking that your shoulder is stacked nicely above the elbow. And then check that the hips, feet and shoulders are all in line. Then you're going to lift and lower. Lift and lift. So you're squeezing to hold the ball in place, which is making sure that you're recruiting the hamstring muscles as well as the glutes. The bottom leg might be quite numb right about now after that sequence. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, oh god, this side already hurts, 2, hold it up, draw that knee forward so it's up, it kind of taps the elbow, then all the way back, all the way forward, working across that lateral plane, so staying up, don't let the knee or the toe drop down, keeping the upper body nice and still, full range, tummy switched on, we're working our abs here as well as our glutes, in and open, draw in. I just moved my arm a little closer so they wouldn't have to move so far. I'm going to move it back into place. That was cheating. I scratched my nose and then put my hand back closer to the ball. And back. 4, 4. Back. 3. Back. 2. And 1. Take it back. Draw it back to the central point. Toes, knees together, toes up to the sky. Then toes. Then knees. Then toes. Really exaggerate this move. Keep squeezing the ball. I feel like mine's about to drop out. Toes, knees, toes. So you'll really feel it in that top glute. Toes, knees, toes. For 4, and 3, and 2. I've lost it. And 1. Okay, from there, we're going to take the knee, the top knee, slide it to the ground in front, lift back on a diagonal. I can't, it's not holding, for some reason I'm not holding on this side. So if you keep losing your ball like me, just keep working through, just let the ball go. So sliding onto the floor, up on a diagonal, onto the floor, on a diagonal, floor, diagonal. I don't know why one side can hold it and the other one can't. Floor, diagonal, floor, diagonal. 2 more. On that diagonal, last one, hold it back on the diagonal. Take the leg down, lift, down, lift. So you're lowering it behind that front leg. If you can reach the floor, brilliant. You have very good range of your hips, but you just want to come as close as you can and then lift back up. I'm going to have to get the ball in a second because I need it for the squeezes. For 4, and 3, keep going, 2, and 1. Hold the ball in place and squeeze, 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 squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, that's halfway. 16, 15, 14, 13. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my god. Okay, bring it down. Give those glutes a little rub. Okay, from here, you're going to take yourself down and onto your back. We're coming back to our glutes though, so don't get too excited. So you need space above your head so you can reach the ball overhead, and then you're going to lift your legs up to tabletop. When you're in that tabletop position, check that you're not arching away, particularly when the ball's overhead. If you're arching, just tilt that spine. So I'm demonstrating what not to do and then tilt it up so you're pressing that lower back flat. We're going to do alternate. We're going to take the ball overhead as we straighten one leg and then back in, then straighten the other and back in. Okay, so off you go, straight. So the ball goes overhead as the leg goes straight, holding the other leg in that tabletop position. Down and lift, down, left, down, left, down, left. Keep going. We're doing a few of these. Just check in with your back. Check it's still pressing into the floor, that lower back. You have that slight tilt up towards the sky, particularly not letting the back arch when the ball comes overhead. Down and lift, down and lift. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Just take the feet down for a quick second. Arch the back away. Lift up so you're just really stretching the back. And then press down again. Lift the feet back up to that tabletop position. We are going to take the ball from overhead. We are going to sit up as you take the ball around the back of the knees. Take hold of it with the other hand. Come back down as the ball goes overhead. Okay, so you're going to lift up. Take the ball round. And then come down. lift up, and down. So going all the same way, and down. Head and shoulders coming off the floor, this lovely circular movement, drawing a circle with the ball, and down. Come up, go down, come up, go down, and up. Okay, we're going to do one more this way, and then we're going to change direction. Up and down, still drawing that circle, just going the other way through the legs. Shoulders off the floor every time. Tucking that chin nice and close to the chest as you lift up, protecting that back, neck, up and round. 4, 3 and 2. Hold this one behind the legs. Pulse up, 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 up. Holding that ball gently with the fingertips. Pulse, pulse. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Squeeze the ball. Leave it in the back of the legs. Squeeze the ball. Bring your arms out beside you at shoulder height. And you're going to take the feet and you're going to lift them from this tabletop position. You're going to come down to one side. We're going to use our obliques here. Keeping your shoulder blades on the floor. We're going to lift back to the centre. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. We're going to go the same side. Down to the side. Squeezing that ball. Lift up. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Down to the side. Using the obliques, the waist. Tap and tap as you're squeezing that ball. Down to the side. Lift. Tap. Tap. Keep going. Down to the side. Lift. Tap. Tap. Down to the side. Gosh, my shoulders are trying to come up now. Tap. We're going to go the other way. 6 the other way. So down to the side, squeezing that ball. Keep the shoulder blades down. Lift. Tap. And tap. Still going that way. Down to the side. Lift. Tap. Tap. Down to the side. Lift. So only go as far as you can before that shoulder blade lifts up. So if you only get a little way down and then you feel the right shoulder lifting up a way, stop there, just pause and then come back and then do your tap and your tap. One more. Down to the side. Lift. Tap. And tap. Good. Okay, bring the feet down to the floor. Pop the ball to one side. Take hold of your band, lift the band up, slide it up over the legs. I'm really hot and I just cannot be bothered to take off my top, which is so lazy. Okay, and then get hold of the ball again. We're going to hold the ball in front of us and you're going to have your hands on your ball, pressing into the ball, down on your elbows. So we're just sort of using this to stabilise us. Down on the elbows, you're going to bring your knees back so they're stacked down underneath the hips. So check the back's not arching like I'm demonstrating now, that you're drawing up and away, nice flat back. You're going to lift your right heel up towards the sky. So what we're going to do is literally starting here with the knees in line, then lift up to the sky, leading with that heel. And just hold on to the ball. So in and lift. To the knees, lift to the sky. Knees, up, knees, up. Keep going. Left, left, lift, left. Pressing against that band. Keep going. 4. I'm going to have to take my tops off. 3, 2, and 1. Hold there. You're going to bring the knee down over the opposite leg. Then lift it up towards the sky. So crossing the leg, lifting back to where it was. Cross the other leg, lift. Cross and lift. Cross and lift. Cross and lift. Keep going. Lift and lift. For 4, lift. 3, lift. Keep pressing into that ball. 2, ooh, hold this one here, very small, bend, stretch, so it's a straight bend, heel lifted, lift, so it's kind of like a bend, stretch, and you kind of kick that heel up, oh, that really hurts, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the legs straight, point the toes. We're going to open up onto the side. So you're going to take the ball now. So you're going to just lift yourself sideways, lifting those hips. And we're going to rainbow the leg and the ball together. So on this lifting up tilt, take the ball, straight leg up. Whoa, God. And over. Keep going. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there. Pulse and lift. Pulse. Pulsing together. 8 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Oh, bring it down. That was not very elegant. Sorry. And then we're going to come to the other side. Same thing. And then back to those abs. Right. That's a bit better. Okay. So, bringing the hands down, pressing them on the top of the balls, bending at the elbow. Checking that the knees are stacked down underneath the hips. And then flexing the feet. And remember, we're taking our knee, lifting the left knee, and we're taking the knee from this knee beside each other position up towards the sky. Then back and lift. Back. If you want, you can rest your forehead down on the ball and lift and just focus on what's happening in your glute. And lift, down, and lift, down, and lift, down, and lift. For 6, kick. 5, leading with that heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this one up. Take the knee, cross it over the other leg, back to where you started. Down, lift, down, lift, down, lift. 8, nice and high. 7, cross over. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there, and then you do this little kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out, 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 in, out. Leading with the heel, heel and toe, heel and toe, heel and toe. Lift that leg a little higher. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Point the toes, straighten the leg, lower to the floor. Turn yourself sideways so you're lifting the hips up. Take the ball overhead, then you're going to meet and over in this rainbow position and down. Lift. So depending on how tight the band is, will depend on how many of these, how high you can get that leg. Oh God, falling over. Lift. 4 and 3 and 2. Hold this one. Pulse the 2 together. Pulse, 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 pulse. Pulse, pulse, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lower yourself down, take yourself onto your backs, take hold of the ball. So we're going to do slightly less reps here, because if you can, you're going to do double legs with the arms. So up to that tabletop position, and you're going to take both long, and then draw up. Long, draw up, long and up, long and up. Pressing that lower back down. 3, lift, 2 and 1. From there, straight in. You're going to sit up, pass the ball, round, overhead. So drawing this circle, overhead, up and down. Lift. So if you can get your head and shoulders clean off the floor, and down, round, and down, round, and down, round. Change the direction of those circles. Still sitting up and down. Tucking that chin. Protect that back. Really working these abs. 4. I'm taking hold of a leaf every time I go up. 5, 6, 7. Okay, hold this one up. Little touch on the ball. Pulse up, 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 behind the knees are together. Bring these arms out at shoulder height. Lifting up the knees into that tabletop position. Really squeeze to hold the ball. Roll down to one side. Back to the centre. Go the other way. Back to the centre. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Roll one way. Back to centre. Roll the other way. Back to centre. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Roll one way. And centre. Roll the other way. And centre. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Keep going. Down. And lift. Other side. Down. And lift. Tap the toes. Really squeezing that ball. Tap the toes. Roll one way. Up. Roll the other way. Up. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Keep going. Roll one way. Lift. Roll the other way. Lift. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Rolling down. Lift. And other way. Lift. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Last time here. Roll one way. Roll the other way. Tap the toes. Tap the toes. Hold it there. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the feet down. Release the ball from between the legs. Kick it to one side. And then keeping the arms where they are, just gently windmill the legs. We've just been using them, just taking them side to side, keeping the shoulder blades down on the mat. And then just let the knees rest wherever they are, just feeling this nice stretch, turning your head to look over the opposite arm, shoulder. So nice floor-based bar burn there, hope you enjoyed it. I did warn you it's quite glute heavy. Lifting back to the centre, take the knees down to the other side, roll the head the other way. And then coming back to the centre, you're going to lift the knees up, take them into a chest hug. So taking the knees, hands, placing them on top of the knees. If it feels good, you can lift your head and shoulders off the floor, or just gently lie here and take the knees side to side. Good. And then take your left leg, place the foot down on the floor. Taking your right foot, it's flexed over the opposite knee. Push that top knee away, lift the bottom leg up from the floor, hold around the back of the hamstring, and draw it in towards you, just stretching out the glutes. And then releasing down to the ground, taking the right foot down, the left foot is flexed, down over the opposite knee. Really press that top knee away, lift the bottom, hold around the leg. Keep pushing the top knee away as you ease out those glutes. And then you're going to ease yourself down. Lift yourself up so that you're on your knees, like we were in the start. And then you're going to take your left hand, place it down on the floor, not on the ball, on the floor behind you. Lift your right arm up and lift out from your hips so you stretch this sideline. If you want, you can lift your hips up away from the mat to make it a bit deeper. And then lowering the hips, sit forward, take your hand other side, sweep the arm up and overhead. And if you want to stay with your bum on your heels, that's fine. Or just lift up and just look up towards that hand and feel this lovely stretch into the sideline, the obliques. And then bring it down, opening the arms, shoulder height, squeeze those shoulder blades together, look up towards the sky. And then interlace the hands in front, turn them away, curve the spine, drop the head. Really stretch away. And then take the arms up and overhead, making yourself tall. And then just bring the hands and place them on the back of the head very gently, and then just tuck that chin and let the neck come down, just stretching out that neck. Sometimes people feel it when they do abs. And then release, let the head come up, and you are done. Thank you very much for joining for this bar core on Sunday morning. And if you're doing it on catch up, let me know how you got on, and see you soon.